Hey yo, what up? This is Nick, editor of PBL videos and coach of the Cerulean City Psyducks, and I'm commentating for a match that I didn't participate in, but I'm gonna commentate for it anyways. This is between the Ilex Forest Treveneants and the Cianwood Magikarps. So there's a lead of legendaries here, Onion Fairy and Jirachi, and Onion Fairy's hitting real hard right here with that knocking off them lefties. And loses a little bit of health due to its life orb. Jirachi gets him stealth rocks up. I'm sure that was the plan, assuming he was going to get KO'd right at the beginning. And here's a pursuit. Kill that little tiny triceratopsy looking floating dude thing that is Jirachi. And loses a little more health to its life orb. And comes in the super dude, the shiny golden Lucario. So still got some fancy foes up here. U-turns out. Doesn't do much because, you know, steel type. And then loses a little more health and goes back to Ethan. And comes out Hoopa, the super six-armed freaky lizard thing. I'm not entirely sure what this Pokemon is. But he gets hit with a Dark Pulse and it really doesn't do much of anything. So super dude, good job doing jack shit. Drain Punch comes out and does a ton of damage for the KO. And then he soaks up that tasty health and gets a full health bar going down there for Hoopa. He's looking mighty healthy right over there. So next, Mikey Mike sends out that Simon, hoping to block any type of fighting attack that might come out. And then didn't want this comes out, the Mega, or Steelix, who is the Mega. He gets poked very lightly by them stones. And the signal beam right to the nose. I don't know how that would feel. I assume it's not very good, but it doesn't do much damage, so probably more like a tickle. Maybe make him sneeze. Who knows? And then out comes Garfunkel, Simon and Garfunkel, duo of epicness. And didn't want this goes Mega. The Mega Steelix 2 seasons in a row. The unwanted Mega that was assigned to a randomly selected team. And he gets some stealth rocks up. Such utility. So good. Just them pointy stones. Everybody's got them right now. And then Earthquake. This thing hits hard. Takes him down to 12 HP. Not much. Hanging on. And it was a crit. But that -6 priority roar comes out to mix things up, make it interesting. And brings Simon back out. I'm sure he didn't want to come out against them stones, but it happens sometimes. You don't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find it's actually worse than you originally imagined. It's reality, kids. And then down goes, didn't want this, the Mega Steelix. Those spinny rocks around his face. We get a little bit of healing from them lefties some more. Brings him back up into a little less dangerous of health area. And Big Bad Hoopa comes out. It's the 6 Arms of Justice. Takes them stones damage, but not phasing him too much, especially because he comes a rocket in with that Ice Punch and just some good damage. Not enough to KO, but gets the freeze. Call that Hoopa Arnold, because he's getting them Mr. Freeze shots. But even though Simon is immobile because of the ice, it's them lefties healing up and gets hit in the face once again with a nice solid Ice Punch to finish off. A Sub-Zero Ice Punch, if you will. And down goes Simon. And here comes out Patrick Astarmi. Real clever name there, Mike. I'm real proud of you. Get them stones digging in again. Now, as the editor of the league, I'm gonna give you a little tip here. See how that Onion Fairy has more health than it did before, and it's at full health? You know, it's real freaking confusing when you're editing videos and you're like, well, hold the phone, hold it. That phone that you're holding, hold on to it some more, because I already saw a Celebi, and it lost health before. This one's got full health. You know how confusing that is? Do you know how confusing it is when you spend like 20, 30, 40 minutes like, alright. Maybe there was some special event Celebi that came out like, I don't know, in the past 15 years that had Regenerator and also gave it more health. I don't know, this doesn't really make any much sense, but because it does make sense. Because Ilex Forest, they got this wild card Pokemon. Thing called Zoroark. It's got Illusion as its ability, and that really messes with your video editing when you're like, oh, all right, we got two Celebes, and they have different health values and stuff. It gets confusing. You have to go back like 5 turns of battle and try and figure out what's going on. And in the end, you just realize, oh right, yeah, he's got that Pokemon that has that really weird skill, and it just makes things really confusing. But that's another time, another place. Back to the battle. Onion Fairy gets hurt by that burn. Really not doing much. He's just kind of chilling out, getting them Giga Drains, staying on health. Here comes the big bad Arrow 404, the Porygon Z, who's notorious for his Z conversions and being a real right pain in the arse, if you ask me. I'm getting some Calm Mind going out of Celebi and healing up that health that it took from burn before, only to take it again because that's kind of what burn does. Totally cancels out your lefties. So Arrow 404, instead of going for his usual Z conversion, does a Shadow Ball, which doesn't do jack shit. Unfortunate. And after a Calm Mind, that Giga Drain does loads of damage and almost back at full health again from Celebi. And then now at full health because of them lefties, and then the burn damage taken down. Just a little bit. Such a small amount. And then, what did I say before? Good old Porygon Z whipping out that Z move conversion. You know, it's because it's what he does. He went to Ghost type, so he's probably trying to get that stab on those Shadow Balls because he's slinging them balls. But another Calm Mind from Onion Fairy, the Celebi, is now it's up 2 stages on special attack and special defense, which makes it quite a formidable foe with all those base 100 stats, I believe. Let's see how the Shadow Ball does. Ooh, significantly more damage, but still not enough to take out that big bad Celebi. Even with all those +1s, that Giga Drain still gets the KO. And Error 404 is not found, much like the 404 error message, because that's how error messages work. And anyways, we get back to the lefties and the burn damage. And then we see Garfunkel comes back out, Garfunkel the Garchomp. 2 Pokemon left on Mike's side, and fire, blast, miss. Such a shame, sad day. Look at that. Solid 2 level boosted special attack Giga Drains, healing that health, healing with them lefties, and taking that burn damage. So Garfunkel probably outspeeds, I think by 2 points. He's outspeeds, but can he hit with Fire Blast? And it doesn't do anything even with super effective because of those 2, count them, a 2 Calm Minds. So another Giga Drain, and down goes the Funkle. So Celebi just healing up some more, taking that burn damage some more, just day to day. That's how it goes. You gotta do your job, you gotta get stuff done. And a Patrick the Starfish comes back out. Tiny bit of damage, but ooh, Rapid Spin. I'm not entirely sure why he went for the Rapid Spin. Really didn't do any damage, and didn't have stones inside, but life was drained out of him by that one last Giga Drain to get our Onion Fairy back up to full health for the end of the battle. So a lot of some bad moves on Mike's side, some poor selection, but also just outplayed and very confusing with that Zoroark. Some behind the scenes things, I hear that they had some type of a connection issue during the battle and they had to restart it, and Mike got a little bit bothered because he thought that Ethan led with a different Pokemon the second time, even though the rules that we have internally state that you have to kind of run the battle similarly, start with the same Pokemon. But that's where you get them. You lead off with that Zoroark. It really gets things real screwy. Makes things real weird. So it's been a commentary for week 4 between the Ilex Forest Treveneants and the Cianwood Magikarps with a victory for Ethan of the Ilex Forest. We will see you next week for our next battle. Adios. Stay frosty.